Here on the southernmost tip of South Padre Island in Texas, Isla Blanca County Park is literally beachfront on one of the most beautiful barrier islands in the world.
But is that enough to overcome everything that's wrong with this run-down and infested landscaping failure of an RV park?
At the southernmost tip of South Padre Island, you'll find the 200-acre Isla Blanca County Park, once called the crown jewel of the Cameron County Park System. It was previously a mobile home park until the park system purchased it about 50 years ago. It has a boat ramp on the bay and over a mile of beautiful beaches, including some of the clearest water and best views of the Gulf in Texas. So, yeah, this is me. We're at Isla Blanca RV Park down at the very tip of Padre Island, watching TV, enjoying our dinner, listening to the waves and the wind, and the power went out. And my first thought was it was the park because everything's kind of rickety looking over here, but it seems to be us because everything went out, even stuff that should work with power coming in or not. So Jamie's down there looking under the coach in the dark. I asked him if I could bring the light out, and he's just like, no. So we'll have to figure out what happened, but we have zero power in the coach, which is really weird. Jamie decided to wait until daylight, and also it started pouring rain last night, so we had to close all the windows. So on top of it being hot, we couldn't turn the air conditioner on because everything failed. So he studied it overnight, shutting everything off. And Dexter hears that beeping, and he's sitting over here. Even though he's outside, he's still terrified. And he's shaking like when a smoke alarm goes off. Just checking the battery. What's that one read at?
11.7.
Is it getting a charge?
Well, it says it's 100% on top of the battery.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm checking to see what the actual voltage is of the battery.
We're at 4:30 the next day since this happened, so it's taken since 8 o'clock this morning getting these all charged one at a time so they're all equal, so we can get it all back online and in sync. So this is a county park. It's huge. It includes the beach area, the beach access area, so there's day passes that people can get. They have to pay $12 though. This is off season, I think. But anyway, we looked at these spots on Google Earth and we watched some videos, and we picked down here because these spots were a little wider. But we were really disappointed because they're pretty run down. I think mobile homes used to be here, that maybe this was a mobile home park. There's a lot of permanent stuff that's just sort of broken apart. That spot's really nice right there, that's C242. For us, we've got dead grass, lots of ants. It's got a nice deck back there. Last one. And hopefully it'll all work. And now we have power, maybe? All the batteries are charged evenly. And we're waiting to see if they sync up. Just hooked up some solar powered lights for some ambience. We shall see. Right now we're still in the dark.
So far it's not going to mains.
It's the morning after the night before. We got our batteries all up and running after dark last night. We had to run on our batteries because this pedestal here is doing crazy things. So it's a 30, 50, everything space, right? So I had to go up to the office today and ask for a new space. I was hoping for another week since we lost 2 days down here. At first they told me that, well, no, because we didn't come tell them yesterday. And I said, well, yesterday we didn't know that it was their pedestal and not us. It took all day to eliminate all the other issues. So she said, well, I can put you in this space over here. And I said, well, that space is only marked. She said, the space you're in isn't marked for 50 amp. And I said, yeah, it is. And I opened up the internet and said, it says 30, 50. It says all these things. But anyways, I guess I looked pitiful enough. And so they gave me a whole nother week in a new spot. And we're looking forward to enjoying some time down here finally. That's the color of the water. I don't know if you can see it, but it's basically yellow. It does smell like chlorine, so I assume it's safe, but it's pretty disgusting. And just look at how out of repair this piece of crap is. Don't get C401. A little more to the driver's side, a little more to the driver's side, just a little. Keep going. Now straighten out. Slow down, please. Keep going. Okay, stop. Let me check this side. Here it is. It's really nice cruise all down this path. So we want to make sure not to run over them. We'll go all the way down. So they're finally coming and removing this trash. It overflowed all over the street. And birds took everything out and threw it all over the ground. So it's taken, it was like 4 days that they didn't get it. But I bet they're not going to pick up what's left. Nope, that's going to be up to us. So it's kind of like the maintenance of everything here. It's a do-it-yourself thing. This plant was probably planted by someone who had a mobile home here in the 80s, and now it's infested with ants. I gave it some water so it started blooming, but I mean, we've seen landscapers come through here and they weed whack the grass and they just keep going, and then they kind of hang out at the end of every street and talk. So like these people, they showed up for the weekend, came in with a whole crew, did all their own landscaping, and set up for what will probably be maybe a summer site for them. But it's just kind of weird. They didn't weed whack over here very well. And although you get charged for power, you don't get charged for water. So these guys showed up again. They showed up about a week ago. Brought in a whole crew again. Did all their own landscaping. They rent the canopies here. People rent them. That way you don't have to worry about the wind wrecking your awning. Set up all their own furniture, and they've been watering the lawn regularly. So now after like 4 days, their lawn greened up. Ours, I guess we didn't know you had to bring your own sprinklers to the campground. And this bench, definitely a hazard. Someone sits in the middle of that, it's gonna collapse. We have this neat little windowsill thing that showed up here that was here when we got here. But the weirdest county campground we've ever encountered.
If you're towing a fifth wheel or a travel trailer, I hope you're a good driver, because a lot of the spots are head-in only. Meaning you pull in with your trailer, not back in, not drive through, but you have to wiggle your truck out by driving on the grass and dodging the big bushes.
This one's like a total tripping hazard in here. And I don't know what that is. But right next door to that space, they've got this really pretty tiled brick patio there from whoever lived there in their mobile home. But they had to pull in all the way as far as they could and then wiggle their truck out. There's only 3 RV parks on the island. 2 of them are the county parks. This one, Isla Blanca, and the other one is, I think it's called Andy Bowie. I'll check that. But those are the 2 county parks. Andy Bowie's very small. And then there's the KOA, which is a big KOA. But that's it. Those are your only choices. So people want to come here for sure and stay at this park. This one's really nice. Huge space between these 2 RVs. We've got a nice patio there, nice table, C198. This is space 193. They came in and cleaned up everything and put up this little fence, brought in furniture from home and umbrellas. It already had a nice little table that's in the ground there, and then that little area is a storage shed. So they made the best of it, and this is only 3 from the jetty. Here's the bay, right here. So this is our street, Carrizolo, and for the first time since we got here, you can clearly see all of Elon Musk's stuff. It's been a little hazy every day. So there's the launch there. There currently is not a rocket there, but this is the first day I can see it clearly. So these are the premium spot, Ignacio Garza Jr. Street, and this is the cul-de-sac with premium spots, although there's no fence between them and the road. So these are the premium spots. There's a little cul-de-sac here full of them. This is also where a tornado hit last year at this exact week and flipped over a bunch of trailers. This is a great spot, S34. There on the end here with a motorhome, we'd back in, and out the front window we'd have this view, and out the side windows we'd have that view. So this is over in the good area, the cul-de-sac area, S34. So the pavilion's there, that's the beach. Pavilion where there's a snack bar and a shop to get beach supplies. A nice space right here, C447. Over there, C454. When it gets back in, these are all normal. That's the beach. Down here, these spots all get much closer together, but the beach is there, right behind their coaches. So it's pretty nice. And that's S9. So I can't tell if they're still using these spaces, but this would be B48, and you can see there's an ancient rug. They've got room for 2 cars here, C109. Now let's go take a look at the spaces where people have really cleaned it up and worked themselves. This is C166. You got all these strips of concrete, and you've got a concrete pad where at least you'd walk out, and then a do-it-yourself beyond that. But they have a table you could sit at. They've got a raised deck here. Pretty nice table. That's 168, I think. This is 169. We watched these guys come in and set up. They basically put in did all kinds of yard work. Rented the awning, but they cleaned it up because this was a mess. So they spent one whole evening, a huge crew. These guys too, they rented, they came in, they cleaned out all of the mess. Watch them do it. This is 171. This is a really nice pad right here. You don't have the greenery, but they've got trees. So another crazy thing about this park, Isla Blanca, we just got an email, and the email says, on Thursday, May 16th, today's Sunday, May 13th. On Thursday, May 16th, we want everyone to know all the power will be out in the entire park, all 600 spaces, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, it is barely hitting 90 degrees right now this week, with humidity upwards of 85%. And in this email, it says, make other arrangements for things that might be in your refrigerator. Now for us, we're not gonna be here, but if we were, we have enough batteries to get through the day, but not if we had to run the air conditioning. So I guess other arrangements would be, we put the coach on battery to run the refrigerator, and the two of us and Dexter go find somewhere cool to hang out, like, I don't know, the beach or something. But isn't that crazy? The entire park power will be out from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's another weird, bizarre thing about this place. It's like a bad landlord.
So yes, we would come here again, but we would bring some gardening tools, and we would definitely be a thorn in the side of management, giving them the opportunity to make it right.
And they have posted that the county is in the planning phases of upgrading all of their utilities here, but no dates have been shared for when they're going to begin any type of construction.
And let's hope they get the work started, because it's just terrible to let a beautiful place like this get as bad as it's gotten.
Yeah. Where else can you get such a beautiful and affordable spot with full hookups? And you can't beat the proximity to the water, long walks along the bay or the beach, and the safe, friendly family environment that we experienced here.
We'd really appreciate it if you'd share this video with your friends and family on social media. And if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure and hit that subscribe button.
And click that little bell, because that way you'll be notified each time we upload a new video.
And make sure to leave a comment, that way you could be part of the conversation.
And thanks for watching. Until next time.
We'll see ya.
See ya.